I didn't realize how exhausted I was until I stopped. For years, I was the one who texted first, the one who checked the one who made sure the conversation didn't die. If I didn't reach out, silence followed. And instead of seeing that as a sign, I saw it as a challenge. Maybe they're busy. Maybe I didn't say enough. Maybe I need to try harder. So I tried harder. I rewrote messages before sending them. I over-explained my feelings so I wouldn't be misunderstood. I added extra kindness, extra effort, extra understanding. I thought if I showed enough value, no one would leave. But the truth? I was slowly abandoning myself. It's exhausting to always be the one trying. Exhausting to double text. Exhausting to explain your tone. Exhausting to prove your heart is good. I would sit there staring at my phone, waiting for a reply, feeling my mood depend on a notification. That's when I knew something wasn't right. Love shouldn't feel like an audition. Friendship shouldn't feel like a competition. And connection shouldn't feel forced. One day, I decided not to text first. Not as a game, not to manipulate anyone, but as an experiment. And what happened? Nothing. No one reached out. And that silence hurt, but it also told me everything I needed to know. That's when I learned something powerful. Not everyone who leaves is a loss. Sometimes, their absence is protection. Sometimes, their silence is clarity. I realized that chasing people lowers your value. When you chase, you communicate that your time is flexible, your standards are negotiable, and your presence is optional. And I didn't want to be optional anymore. So I stopped explaining myself to people who were committed to misunderstanding me. I stopped proving my worth in rooms where I wasn't appreciated. I stopped begging for attention, and something surprising happened. Peace. Peace feels better than forced connection. It feels better than anxiety, better than confusion, better than wondering where you stand. When I stopped chasing, the right people started showing up. People who texted first, people who listened without long speeches, people who stayed without convincing. And I didn't have to shrink myself to keep them. That's when I understood. The right people don't require convincing. They don't need to be persuaded to value you. They don't need reminders of your worth. They simply see it. My circle became smaller, but my peace became bigger. I would rather sit alone in calm silence than beg to belong in loud confusion, because losing people who don't choose you is not a loss. Losing yourself trying to keep them, that is. The moment I stopped begging for attention, approval, and validation, my life changed. Not because people changed, but because I did. And that shift, it gave me something chasing never could. Self-respect.